give you overvalue.
Right.
I heard
Brand new too. Yeah, at the moment, it'll only take me about a week, and I'll be able to buy whatever I need to.
That's it. I can't play.
Are you even using the?
Well, that's not as bad.
Almost on the
Draw for turn.
I'm going to be using one most likely because I only have two, and then the other one, you know.
Do you have anything in hand to stop it? I didn't think so.
All stuff. But this is what it is.
Put that down.
Types of cards look like. The hollows aren't in there because they were obviously.
Actually, no, I'm not going to put that down.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So how does it work?
Piper. Tribute. Reveal. Go.
So I mean, obviously this is the name. It's a normal unit.
Oh, dude, those are sweet.
What's up?
Vanguard.
Now, what's
Vanguard's
up with
getting so much good reputation,
the
man.
10,000?
It looks fantastic.
I do like
You can
it.
see, I'm not going to stop. You know, I have a handful of stuff I can't.
I got two.
He's lying. He's lying.
Two, here's three.
So you're going to do
That's actually very helpful. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So, okay,
Anything
we
about it?
have grades.
How come you have a common version?
He was in a
Losing the sorcerer hurt the
And
most.
so he was-
Everything
yeah.
else is
So
good.
you have grades.
Put Bulb in
0,
there, Baylor
1,
for
2,
chaos
3,
stuff. So I'm happy.
So I would have to play this first.
Right. At the beginning of the duel, what you do,
Draw.
or fight is what they call it, is you go through your deck and you pick out your Vanguard, which is your middle guard. Your field looks like this.
I can
I
attack.
like that game a lot.
I'm interested in
Your
looking.
field
Really?
looks like this.
What? Oh my god, you actually
Yep.
played this?
Yep.
Vice Berserker.
Everybody hates it.
It looks like this.
Jeez.
And what you do is you go through your deck and you find your.
I mean, I have options, but I'm just gonna let
and
that
you
go.
put it
Go
face down
ahead.
right here. You shuffle your deck.
Seriously.
Chain.
I really
Out
want
of
to
my
see what
hand.
happened. Go ahead.
5 cards.
I'm not even getting on that.
I'm totally chaining
So once
during
you
the draw
have your
phase.
mulligan once, you can send any amount of cards back to the deck.
Are you
draw
gonna
that
just
same amount of
tribute it?
cards. So
I
we'll
don't
just
have
say start with
anything.
this.
Put
So you're gonna
Your
use
goal
Mobius
is to try to have a 1, 2, and
Put
3 in
tree
your
going
hand
back in
because
the
when
deck.
you start
can.
with your 0,
I don't
okay,
recommend it.
you
but-
like when you summon, they call it
Alright, so I
ride.
take
If you do
14.
this, so I'm going to ride my grade 1. Okay.
However,
And
things
then
activates and
what
let's double
happens
check
is-
my hand if I do anything.
From right now, I can't really do much else.
I
And
know
then
I
when
can
you
grab.
go,
That's why
you would
the
do
deck is
the
called
same
silly.
thing. You would start with your 0, and trumpeter is actually
I
really
can grab.
So you would start with like your trumpeter or something, and let's say that you wrote this.
Cut, tap.
Well, I know. I probably want to ride that.
Actually, yes. That's very good. So what goes on is
I gotta get rid of it. So you draw
these are
another
your
one.
rear guards.
No.
These guys at battle.
Level
Front row
1.
battle.
Just
Your back row
playing my
battles.
worst
If
enemy
I were
over
to
here.
attack you,
I thought you was gonna play
and
I was.
say I have.
No,
Float
no,
here.
I'm not ready.
I can do this here. So he has 5,000 power.
Okay.
So I'm going to rest him, which is going to boost
First one,
my guy.
technically,
Now he has
Do they have to be
+5.
zeros in the back
technically you're
row?
the second one.
They have to be the only things that you can summon or call, which calling is at the rear guard,
Yeah.
is
that it?
equal to or less than your
Draw.
vanguard. So towards the end of the game, if you have a grade 3 out here,
I
you
got
can go ride my grade 3, my grade 2, grade
Piper.
1,
Perfect.
boost and attack.
What?
Yeah.
This got ridiculous.
You don't have an amount of times that you can like call something per turn.
It's in my hand still.
Okay.
So-
So basically, I can put on 2 on here.
You can only ride once per turn. So this, your Vanguard, your main guy, he can only get upgraded once per turn.
Okay. That's what I mean. But another turn, next turn, I
Then
can
you can ride here too. And this guy,
Stopping the summon a chaos sorcerer.
Okay.
these guys can die, but your Vanguard never dies. So
So
what
I would
happens?
upgrade my next turn. I would upgrade that.
Right, exactly. And you have a thing
Especially
that's
if I bring my
called
laptop
a
out there.
trigger
That's the
check.
reason why I'm getting everything.
So what
Attack
happens
with chaos
now-
So
sorcerer.
what can I play? Like now that I have a grade 2, I can play anything in the back.
You can play your other grade 2s up here or grade 1s or something, and then you want to boost with your lower guys that don't make much of a difference, like your grade 0s.
Okay.
You want to try not to have
Time
too
we
many
have.
0s in your hand to begin with, but they're good to get later. And I'll explain why. But let's say now I've got this one out.
So I couldn't put a 3 back here.
Tangus effect.
Not right now, no.
Okay.
So let's say I've got my grade 2 out and you've got your grade 2.
Okay, attack Kinko for
I can
4.
attack you. Well, since I'm
first
attacking your
damage.
Vanguard, and it only happens when I attack your Vanguard, you do what's called a drive check. So what you do is your deck is sitting over here. And
Put down these two.
when I attack your Vanguard, I do it
In phase?
trigger check. So I got this little thing right here in the
phase?
corner.
Yep.
You're going to have 16
Nice.
triggers in your deck. It's 50 card deck. So you have 16 triggers. There's draw triggers. There are stand triggers, which lets you stand your guy back up who's already attacked. There is a critical trigger, which adds +1 damage. And then there is
Cerberus is like, it was for
a
a
heal
while
trigger,
overseas
which lets you get one back.
as one of the most overused synchro.
Made a misplay.
Because of the
All
fact
these
that
things
Sorcerer
are
was out,
like
you had all the back row.
5,000.
I should be
So
LS.
my monster who attacked gains 5,000, and then you do a damage check.
PLS.
So you flip, and you get +5,000, and you get to draw.
So I would draw.
I messed up.
So now I have 8,000 plus 5,000, so 13,000.
Or Arcanine, I guess, but BLS is a
13,000.
little.
Equal or above attack goes through. So this guy gets hit, you take damage. So now you do a damage check. And you got a heal trigger. So that'll go to your hand. Discard. We get to heal 1 damage. 6 damage you lose.
Okay.
So
else?
it sounds kind of odd, but
Okay, so would I use that immediately? Like the heal trigger or whatever? Like,
yes, when you draw a trigger for something like that, it triggers.
okay. So would I have taken any damage then?
No, you will not have taken damage, and you will have recovered your 1 damage.
Summon?
And this would be in the discard? Right. This guy would be discarded?
Trial with this one.
Pepper,
The
priority tribute,
Where was he?
reveal.
He was the one that triggered or whatever, like
Swap.
the first trigger?
Yes.
So he
So
would go to the grave?
right. And so
Andrew.
then what you have are.
I guess it would go to this trigger zone.
Yeah, you flip it here, but really you're just removing it
no
to your
hand?
opponent, and then you get to add it to your hand if it worked. If I attack you and there's no trigger,
Show me your
on it,
grade
then it's
just
your
real quick.
damage. So that's 1 point.
Okay,
of
so
damage.
no.
If I draw a
just
critical
trust.
trigger and then you don't draw any defense trigger, and my
Let's
attack
say
is
go.
through,
Wait.
I get the one. I get the 1 damage plus the 1 damage that the critical.
Think about it
trigger
is
is.
bad
So I
against
get
your deck
2
because all the mind
damage
crushes.
if you
It's
can
horrible.
draw a trigger and stop it. So then the 2 that you would discard 2 cards off the top of your deck.
Nice.
Okay. So now let's say I have a grade 3.
Never bad.
I'm sure I have one in this. I have one. Okay. So what you would do there is now.
You want me to do a better one?
So let's say I've got this grade 3 out.
So now I can play grade 3s in the back.
You could, yes.
Boom!
So, but you can only
nice.
boost when you attack, not when you defend. Okay. So, reason you want to have guys up here is that you have a decent like level 1. Yeah. Okay. So,
Yep.
so okay, now
Yeah.
Think before.
this guy right here, he's got 10,000 power. 10,000 power. Okay. See this symbol right here? That means twin drive. So when I attack you, I check twice.
Where's your big guy?
No trigger goes to my hand.
That's what I want to know.
No trigger goes to my hand. So let's say
Putting them all on the
during
bottom.
that, I drew
Do it again?
this heal trigger, okay? He would get 5,000. The attack would go through, then I'd get to heal 1 damage. So my damage would go to my. But if I got
What are you removing?
critical,
What'd you remove?
See? It's weird.
okay, so if I got a stand trigger,
I saw you look in your grave and you just put it down. I thought, okay, good. He's not going to use
I
it.
got it.
Do anything?
you will
Well, he would draw first,
check
but I
1
don't
time
care.
for damage.
Damn.
Okay, so now your guy has plus 5,000.
Left leg of
And
You're a
the
douche.
damage part, the extra plus
I don't have
action,
left leg of
critical
Exodia.
doesn't mean anything because you're not attacking.
I don't even know why I did that.
Now what about the
Oh, I thought you had a monster.
I don't know why I just did that.
things that say auto biome? They happen
I meant to bounce.
So it's like Genzo.
And then play it.
And then play it.
And then play it.
These happen.
Yeah, and then
But then
DDBV
there
for
are
game.
ones
Yeah,
that say act,
exactly.
ACT, which means activated, which is paying a
I didn't
cost.
even get a 2. That's so stupid. I didn't mean to do that.
Whatever the case may be.
That was the worst misplay of all time.
So basically,
No.
I wish I had my
No.
character. I cannot.
I just might crush with a deck damage because
I've got a-
I had meant to bounce silver
Yeah.
for graph.
Well, I bought a booster box and
And
2
then
starter decks
Minecraft.
for like 85 bucks. But I mean,
Go ahead.
I just drew while you were talking.
That is
so
stupid.
in America they won't be here for a little
That is?
Okay.
In
What happens
America.
is you see these right here. They say Nova, Grappler. They say Oracle, Think Tank.
Okay.
Go do it.
Royal Paladin.
Royal Paladin.
Like I saw the one that said if you flip a Royal Paladin, this gets somebody.
Right. I have a Royal Paladin deck. When you trigger check,
For now.
They'll
There actually
activate
is
if your
like,
plans are the
there
same.
really is too.
So you really don't ever mix your
I think there's two of
So
just
it's
about
like Royal
everybody
Paladins,
outside of
Royal
Paladins
Paladins.
here.
Destroy base.
Right, and the Royal Paladins have
destroy
certain, or
gate.
each theme has a certain amount of like
Attack
Royal
over
Paladins
for
have
100.
one type of stand
And then
trigger
4
right
for
now.
5 total.
Local. They have one
know-
type of heal
I
trigger.
know small
and
to
it's Elaine, that
Yeah,
little green area.
Yeah, I know. I saw her. Her.
Yes, they have
Mill
one
one?
critical right now, which
You had a card that was active.
Ball.
Store your
Sink.
attack.
this is their stand trigger.
Monsters.
This
Should have been
is,
Stardust.
and that's
They
one
could have gotten a
with the
shooting
great
star dragon.
It's
This
not that
guy-
good.
Yeah,
Shooting
that's
Star
the
Dragon?
draw
Not that
trigger.
good.
And then the
It's really not. We got under 10 minutes.
So basically, we've got most of the Royal Paladin
7
deck
minutes.
here because this is all.
Got 7 minutes!
All of these guys.
Go.
But
Now, what's the difference between this one and this one?
it's just an alternate art.
Might as well use the ball before you Dark Smarter to death.
I like
So
the
I
fact
wouldn't
that you
wanna
play
play
with Jump
that.
Berserker and actually have the map.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, seriously.
And
Got
the
the map
hollows
playing
are
with Jump
actually
Berserker.
really,
That's
really
actually
So I
pretty
would play
awesome.
that
It
guy.
is a good one.
Exactly.
And he's not very good.
I give you props.
When is this actually coming out?
In English,
Trying to not get
like
too-
in America, we don't really know
Yeah,
yet.
Paladin,
But they have English ones. Like I
Smog?
got these from
Didn't
Singapore.
use it today.
Garo,
And Wolf.
Darky regular. So I'd want to play Darky regular.
This is fun around that.
Super secret.
Yeah, they have all those. They're in my deck, which I said at home. I can't believe Like all these are here are Royal Paladins. So this is like most of the
You'd be
deck minus your
surprised
big
how often I can just throw this out there and people are like, are you serious?
Mike, when you're done there, after you're done, whenever, you take
playing
the
against
cards out of that
Dark
black binder and just stack them. Okay,
I
cool.
throw out
Thank
a
you.
19
I just
defender, zero
took 'em out and
attacker.
put 'em
What are you removing?
Everybody
And
keep
actually,
going for an attack,
if you
thinking
want to
it's
sit
not
here
going to
and
switch
kind of look over it, that
defense.
is a.
It's monster, right? Or is it any card?
Five people.
It just kind of gives you a rundown of the turn order and like how you know.
No lights.
No lights at all, dude.
It's a fun game and the animator is actually
Yeah, I did Gorge, so I don't reborn it.
100% accurate.
You notice I read your one card?
Which is really cool
Upside down.
because I've been learning it in Japanese.
Down.
How to play it.
I
And
read
then
it
once I
upside
got
down.
everything, I already kind of had the idea.
Last gate.
Why is it in a YuGiOh?
Are they
Yeah,
really?
you can just look up card fight.
Somebody have a chance?
Yeah, I think you got this
You
one.
know, and then just follow.
My
it
hand's not that great, man.
And,
It just depends on if you get rid of Scrap Dragon or not.
Singapore right now.
All comes down to
well,
Scrap
it's
Dragon.
this game is like nuts in Japan. Like Japan, but in English, Singapore was the ones that have, but now Canada and
Hey, how much did you pay
New
for all
York and
that?
some of
How much was the booster box and
Booster
the starter
boxes, like
decks?
65 or so, the starter decks for like 15 or so a piece. They really weren't too bad.
No, that's great.
But that's all I'm buying. You know,
No,
I
yeah.
may buy one more booster box after Christmas if I get a lot of money because I want one more of the boss monster.
That is
But what's
to kill
cool
him.
is the packs, you get 30 packs,
awesome.
Just to get rid of formula. I can't
and they
say.
have common,
You can't make 10
regular
with
rare,
2.
double rare, and triple rare. Triple rare is like our secret rare,
this
but
card
you get
was
3 triple rares per
Yeah.
booster, which is actually pretty cool.
Is that
You get, like,
normal or was that the special from that?
you get
Okay.
a bunch of the regular rares.
I'm in the fifth now, so
You know,
I can still
four other
attack.
copies of that.
Yeah.
This is almost a
Never
whole
bad.
starter deck minus the boss monsters because they're in.
Now I have a light in the green.
But some of the monsters are really cool, and it's not as censored as YuGiOh. There's cards called like Hell Spider, and
Summon?
all kinds of stuff like that. So.
Destroy for small.
FMA, this game.
Run over graphic.
Where you had like your leader.
Put this down, go.
I was looking at it like you can only drop monsters in your bag and stuff, or characters in the bag that are equal to your.
I just can't seem to get
Right.
like,
And so let's pretend this is like a grade 3, and this is a grade 2 or something, and this is a grade 2. These have intercept abilities, and your monsters in your hand, some of them, you can defend. And so, like, if they attack your guy, you can defend him. And then you can, like, intercept
less than
this
5
guy
minutes.
to
You want
defend
us to go
as
to
well.
game
So
3?
then these don't go to your discard pile afterwards, but you can take damage.
Yeah.
Because you actually can end up drawing a couple of times per turn late game because you'll have 2 or 3 grade 3s, which lets you drive check twice, which means, you know, you take a card, and regardless, it goes to your hand.
Didn't think you had to.
Even if you get the triggers for the battle, right? So it's pretty neat. There's a lot of it's like you have a lot. Does that
come back off that
You
effect?
don't have magics and traps. You have like
No, just card for cost.
hand defense. So it's pretty neat.
Swing 23.
It's pretty easy. I mean, if you play like a lot of like other games and stuff other than YuGiOh,
Good.
You're still at 71. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I just can't believe I left my real deck home because the deck I got right now it's about as good of a real deck as you're gonna be able to get in the first set. Because they only released like. I mean, they basically just released the deck itself. can't really vary too much from it unless you want to try to get
Nuts. Go.
real crazy creative, but it usually won't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's only
Draw.
Effect.
Yeah, it's like in Legend of Duel. It's not like you can do much.
you got 3 or day
25?
Yeah,
You're at 22. Go.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, that'll be something when it gets
Stefano's running the tournament today, guys.
a good grind in that game. Looks pretty fun.
Yeah, you can go to animeking.com
Let's go to game 3.
or you can go on eBay and just type in